My name is Mark Farnham, and I teach systematic theology and New Testament and also apologetics. And right now I am studying at Westminster Theological Seminary in my PhD program in apologetics. I grew up in the state of Connecticut, and I'm a big University of Connecticut basketball fan, and went off to college, and then came here to seminary at Calvary. And then God led me to pastor a church for 7 years in Connecticut, and during that time felt the desire to teach, and so I started going overseas to Eastern Europe and teaching Bible and theology over there. And then during that time, God also opened up an opportunity for me to go to Gordon Conwell Theological Seminary and study New Testament under Greg Beale, who's now at Westminster Seminary. And I thought that would be the way I would go someday, would be to teach New Testament. But once I came here to Calvary as a professor, I began to teach more systematic theology and got interested in apologetics, and since then that has become the passion of my heart. I had been pastoring for about 6 years in Connecticut when I realized that God put a passion in my heart to teach, and I thought I would remain pastoring for another 10 or 15 years and maybe someday end up in a college or a seminary setting. But during my final year of pastoring, God clearly began to close the door. Things had never been better in the church. They were going well. We had strong leadership there. And God opened up the door for me to come down and teach, cleared a number of obstacles out of the way, and put a passion in my heart to teach the next generation of men for ministry, as I had been taught myself. My favorite part of teaching is probably answering the hard questions of philosophy and theology. Getting into those foundational questions of epistemology, how do we know what we know, metaphysics, what is God and what is the nature of reality, and also ethics, how are we to live then as Christians. So I love the challenge of dealing with the hard questions. I don't always have the answers to that, but I have great confidence that the Scriptures do and that we can find those answers there. Right now my main focus is teaching upper-level systematic theology courses focused on the church, the future eschatology. I also teach the history of fundamentalism in America and a few New Testament Greek courses, 1 Corinthians and the Gospel of Mark. Having been a pastor, I understand the challenges of pastoring and also the difficulty it can bring into your life as far as struggle and suffering. And also the need to be prepared to learn how to preach and sustain that over a lifetime. And I think seminary is absolutely necessary to give you the tools for a lifelong ministry. Ministry is more than just about excitement and about good planning and administration. It's about the shaping of your character to become who God wants you to be, a mature, godly Christian with a deep and abiding knowledge and love for God. And then the advanced skills that it takes to maintain that over a lifetime.